Yes, I guess we are live now. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another live session. So, this is a Q&A session and a few announcements. So, we will be starting in a minute. Let's wait for a few more people and we'll continue. Wasim says, hi, Mukesh. It has been a long time. Yes, Wasim, I was little occupied with a couple of batches and office work. But yeah, we'll be back with another many live sessions in the coming weeks, coming months. Promo Gixer YouTube. Hi. Please join with your real name so that I can connect with you in a better way. We have Sanjay sir with us. Hello, Sanjay. How are you? Excited to see you too. So guys, I hope you have attended the new product which is launched by Sanjay. Sanjay had a live streaming with Navin Automation Labs yesterday. He has introduced a new feature, and I will say the new tool itself altogether. So soon I will be coming live with Sanjay with his new innovation, and we'll talk about that as well. But if you haven't watched, I will give you the link after the session. Please go ahead and see the new feature which is introduced by Sanjay. And thank you so much, Sanjay, for helping the QA community. Hello, Sai. Hello, Kapil. Hello, Paritosh. Hello, Manoj. Good to see you in the YouTube live too. Kiran says, hi, why calls getting freezed? Generally, October, November, December, not many calls, but it will be back again from January after 10th or 15th. So not, it's completely freeze, but yeah, as compared to the previous months, generally you will see a sharp decline in October, November, December month because many companies, they have their closing time. Some few companies do the closing in December month, few do in March, but still hiring is happening, but less openings. Thank you, Sanjay. Okay, we have another legend with us, Naveen Automation Labs. Hi, Naveen. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Pavitra. Hi, Gaurav Pathak. Good to see you. Good to see you, Sarath. Hi, Asha. Good evening. Thank you so much, Venkatesh. Okay, so let's start with the session. So, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will be live till 9 p.m. So, if you have any questions related to tools or any other questions, please let me know. We have Sanjay with us. We have Naveen Automation Labs with us. They will be active probably till 9. So, we'll try our best. Just a second. Okay, let's start. Hi, Hari. Good to see you live here. Okay, so guys, before we start the actual Q&A part, we have RTP 3.0, which is happening on 5th of November in Delhi. So if we had our first meetup in Bangalore, then we had second meetup in Pune. Third is happening in Delhi. So if you are in NCR region or if you are okay with the traveling, please join us. 5th November, RTP 3.0. Me, Sanjay, Naveen Automation Labs, we will be there in Delhi for 2 days. So if you have any doubt, any discussion, just you want to have chit chat with us, please join us. And I will be giving you a link now, so you can register, and I will see you in the live. Not live, offline meetup. So just give me a minute. Let me give you the link. So if you have your friends also in that area, please share this link with them, and we would be happy to meet you all. So this is the link. I will give you the link in the live chat. Okay. Abhi Yadav says, I want to learn Selenium with Java, but I'm from non-IT background, don't know Java. So please help me. See, Abhi, we have many tutorials on Java. Okay, so me and Naveen and other YouTubers, we have so many videos on Java. So that is one way, like you can go in a completely from YouTube, Udemy, or another option would be you can join any training and start from the basics. See, Java looks very tough, but when you go through the proper channel, proper training, it's very easy. It will take 15 to 20 hours to understand how Java works. Then it's up to you how much time you are giving on the practice part. See, it doesn't matter whether from non-IT background or IT background. Once you start learning, we will be on the same page. Okay, I have many students who started after 10 years and they're able to learn Java, and then they're able to learn Selenium and other tools, and they're able to crack good jobs. So your background doesn't matter. It's about the how much time you're able to spend, okay, for the learning purpose, and you can start. Okay, so don't think much. We have many videos plus online training program by each one of us. You can enroll and continue. Otherwise, if you want to go in a YouTube fashion, please go ahead. Whenever you get any doubt, we will keep having this kind of online sessions. You can ask any query, or you can even send email, and generally we try our best to reply via email as well. So this is my email. So in case if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Is there any way for online meetup? No, actually, we tried on the first meetup, but because of the logistic issue, we could not do. This time also, it's completely offline event. We especially are traveling for this meetup. We all are traveling from Bangalore to Delhi. So chances are zero for online. But if you are make it possible, please do visit. It will be a memorable event for you. That's what I can guarantee. Hi, sir. How should we convince recruiter that I'm ready to relocate at their company location because they're looking for a local? See, Vijay, this is not the case that they are only looking for the local guy. That's not true. So till now, I have not never got this kind of issues or any email or any student who got this kind of issues. So if you're able to relocate, they should not have any issue. Okay, until unless they have a very small startup and they're looking only for the local people, that's a different case. But 95% companies, they don't even care. If you're able to relocate, yeah, it's good for them. You will be able to reach office on time and you can stay near to that company and you will be available. So you don't have to convince. Okay, if there is having that condition itself that they're only looking for that area or that city, you can't do much. Truly world by Shrestha, I'm okay. I got opportunity rest. Oh, okay. Now I can understand. See, I got opportunity for REST Sharp. Yeah, so Shrestha, you can go ahead because see, REST Sharp is for C Sharp, REST Assured for Java. Okay, so if you see the Java and C Sharp syntax, they're almost 80 to 90% similar as per to the syntax, logic, and the concept wise. So if you are coming from Java background, for you it will not take more than a month to switch from REST Assured to REST Sharp. You can go ahead, almost same, but yes, little bit syntax changes. But before you jump into REST app, make sure you have some basic understanding of APIs. Okay, what is get, post, put, pass, delete, different authentication, JSON file, XML file, how to pass the JSON file, how to create JSON file in different formats using objects, using map, using string. And these are predefined libraries. Just call these methods, pass the payload, get the response. It's quite easy. If you don't get automation exposure in current project, then how we can get live project hands-on? Usually it happens in many companies. They hire automation testers, but they make deploy them for a manual project. Yes, I totally agree. This is not new. This is very common. It's not recently. It's happening from a long time. And see, if it is happening for more than 6 months or 1 year, then you should immediately talk to your lead or manager. Or if you're directly reporting to the director, then please talk to them. This is what your skill set, because of this task you are losing your skills, or maybe you're not able to put, or you are not able to showcase your 100%. So if you are able to discuss with them, you might get a clear picture why they have assigned to this. Maybe they don't have project at this moment. They might come, some companies, they hire automation engineers for the future perspective. They're expecting some automation project in future, but at this moment they don't have. So that's the reason they have assigned. But If it is happening for the long term, please discuss with them and tell them this is what is skill, this is your long term plan, this is your next 5 years goal, and I want to continue in this. Even after that, if you are not getting any response or any positive response from them, then parallelly I would recommend you can start practicing. See, whether you work on your local system or office system, whether you work on some other application or office application, automation concepts will remain same. So if you are very strict that no, I have to work on automation, then maybe you can try the internal openings. In each companies we have IGPs, internal job openings. Try in a different team, try in a different organization. If that is also not happening, then you have the last chance, right? You can plan for a switch, but have little patience. In worst case, you can go for the switch, but if it is happening in near future, you can wait. Parallel, you can work on a skill set, start automating, start helping the community. Be active in the Facebook groups, Telegram groups. Whenever somebody is asking query, try to help them. So in that way, you will be active. You will not lose your skill set. Plus, you will be on the job, right? That's how we used to do it. Akshay says, what you prefer, functional automation testing or see, API comes under functional. See, if you're just doing the API automation, that comes under function, but you can do API performance as well. So basically, if you're just checking API is working as expected or not, that will come under functional. But if you're doing the performance testing on API, that will come under non-functional. So it's not the preference. Sometimes it is important. Okay, sometimes it's not that whatever that should be done based on what client demands, what your company demands, you have to do it. So anyways, it's function, non-functional. In both areas, you will learn, you will grow. So whatever task you're getting, immediately do that because you're getting that exposure now. Okay, so don't say no. Whether it's a API, web, mobile, desktop, a security, performance, at least give a try. Try your best because you will be learning many things on the fly. Okay, on the job, you will be learning so many things. Learning through tutorials, through blogs, through courses, training is different. Learning while working on the project is totally different. Okay, there you will get the real issues. So when it comes to preferences, I prefer everything, but my skill set is mostly on functional automation. MSS need some idea about QA coding interview questions. Sometimes interviewer ask coding questions as we are Java developers. See, Ahmed, I totally agree. Few companies, they have very complex programs. They will give you very complex algorithms to solve within 1 hour. Uh, but parallelly, you have to be ready for it. See, now it's happening like because of the unemployment. Let's say they have a two openings and 2,000 people are applying, or maybe 20 openings, 2,000 people are applying. So somehow they have to apply filter, right? They can't call everybody. So the first round generally is an online test where they will give you coding round. So most of the people get shortlisted there. Then they will start with the interviews. Okay, whether it's manual automation, that doesn't matter. So it's not that you have to be a very good developer if you have to crack the job, but at least the basic programs which is repeated, make sure you at least cover that. Start solving your lead code questions. Start with slow, then medium, then high. Slow medium is more than enough for automation role, but the moment you start solving more than 50 questions, you will notice only the question sentences are changing, but the logic will remain same. Same thing happens in automation. The moment you start creating more than 100 scripts, you will notice now everything is getting repeated. Only the test case is getting changed or the application is getting changed, but the logic will remain same. So you have to start, okay, target two questions in a day or one question in a day. Within 3 months you will be ready. Don't focus that you will be solving 10 questions, 20 questions, that up to your capacity. But if you want to go in a very systematic way, pick one question from the lead code or hacker rank, one or two, start solving one by one. Spend at least 1 day. If you're not able to solve, one more day. If not, then take a reference, then move to the next question. I have seen many people, they take one question, they stuck, they again lose the motivation, and then they don't pick the second question. That's totally wrong approach. Pick the first question, solve it. Not able to solve, take the reference, complete, move to the next. Slowly you will see how other people are solving, what logic they're writing. So this will slowly build your logic building. That's how I have learned, and I will be surprised if it doesn't work for you. See, it's a long journey. Okay, not 3 months, 6 months. It's a long game. If you have to stay in this IT, again you will be switching. Again you will get this kind of coding around. So you have to use to this program. You have to get used to this kind of questions. The Slima says, "Hi sir, I have 2 years experience in manual testing and I have learned basic automation testing, but I don't have experience in it. Can I job in automation testing? Why not?" See, when you say 2 years, again, you can, first of all, the good part is you are still working. You have the exposure of the test cases, how to write, how to test your application, how to raise work, right? So instead of waiting your manager or lead to ask you that, can you automate this? Start automating. First, automate minimum 10 to 20 script without framework. Then with framework, you automate and showcase and you can simply switch. Okay, it's not that tough. Plus, if you're applying after 2 years, you will be still considered as a fresher. So the questions that you will be getting in interview, that will be basic. So the earlier you start, you will be having more advantages. Okay. Chandra says, can you please talk about moonlighting? Uh, See, moonlighting, both side. The ethical way, unethical way. Recently, you must heard of a news that Wipro fired 300 people because of moonlighting, right? So first of all, you have to be very sure that you are not releasing any company information, company data while doing the other job. Okay. See, if you ask me, this YouTube part also, when I started in 2014, when I was in Dell, there were so many objections, right? That why you are doing this YouTube stuff. But I was very clear that I'm not using any office premises. That is the first condition. So if I get, let's say, this office laptop, and if I'm trying everything from this system, then they have a clear, case on me that I'm using office premises or office resources to get a side income. But if you're doing it as a hobby, okay, nobody can stop you. Even if you do after hours, it's totally your time, and in that way it's illegal. Illegal, you are using company information, data, some other information and other things, then in that case it's illegal. And see, it's only 300 people got caught, but generally I've seen people do this work because of their hobbies and sometimes part-time income, additional income outside the job. So I hope, I can't say much about it, but I hope you got my point. Bhagwat, same question. Why vacancies are free? October, November, December. Have patience. It will be back again from January. See, there's a so many news articles, blogs that the recession is coming and all. I am not the right guy to say, but yes, I have seen many companies, they are started layoffing. Okay, so be mentally ready, work in a skill set, and be ready in case the situation comes. You should be able to apply for the second job. Okay, you can't say you can't do anything right now, but you have to be mentally ready and skill wise you have to be ready. Okay, imperfect. I remember you told me your name last in the last slide, but again I forgot. The question is what to do if our code lacks code review from our experienced automation tester. Is it okay? For example, working as an individual contributor for a project. Many companies they itself had done. They don't have code review process, but it's good practice to have a code review by experienced uh, team member or by your lead or architect. But if that is missing, then at least you should have someone within the team, within the organization, or within that company who at least can give you the feedback, so that internally, if you're not able to do because you are working as a IC, but somebody should review your code. Until you don't know, like until somebody will not review your code, you will never understand what mistakes you're doing, what best practice you should follow, how better you can utilize the memory. Let's say you have written everywhere thread.sleep, or maybe you're not using, let's say, proper code with uh, proper breaks, and it's running multiple times, it's slow down your script. So there were multiple things in the code process. Maybe you're not using the latest feature. Maybe let's say something can be done in a more efficient way using Java Stream, but you're still using the traditional way. So your code review actually helps in the long run. It will help you to write a clean, better code, more efficient, right? If you don't have, try within the organization. Otherwise, find someone who can review code. Okay. Bharat says Intel will cut about 20% of all the jobs by end of this month. Why it is happening? Again, Bharat, no idea about this Intel part. So why it is happening? Many reasons, because of that project, or maybe that segment, or that vertical which they were running. They don't want to continue. It could be multiple reasons. So I can't say why it is happening, but Netflix and other companies, if you see the news article, very big giants, they cut down 10 to 20% of their workforce. So sometimes news can be very depressing. Okay, so don't watch so many news articles. It happens every single year. It's not only this month or this year. It is happening when I joined IT industry in 2011. So don't watch so many news. Work in a skill set. Kavita says, please prepare any series for Spring Framework, Lambok, BDD, Cucumber, JUnit, APM, a complete framework from scratch. That's a huge list. So Kavita, I have planned 3 series. After that series, I might pick this one, but at this moment, I don't have any plan for this series. Vijay, I have a question again. I have well prepared for Java Selenium, but now openings are for Python and Selenium or REST API, other tools, technologies. So should I go to for learn Python, REST API, new tools, or stick to what I have? See, first of all, Vijay, when it comes to opening, okay, it's very subjective. Few companies are hiring for Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python, Selenium with C Sharp, JavaScript, but the majority, if you ask me personally, is Selenium with Java. So if you are already on Selenium Java, you have upper hand. So Selenium with Java, rest assured, this is the deadly combination that you should have. Along with that, Postman is a very small but very powerful tool for testing. So for API testing, go ahead with that. When it comes to learning Python, see, Python is very easy to use but very tough to do the mastery, that you have to always. So same thing goes with JavaScript as well and Python. They looks very easy when you start, right? Very easy to learn, but if you have to do mastering that, it will take time. So if you ask me, should I as a secondary language? Yes, you can have a secondary language as Python, but primary you should have Java with Selenium as per the current market. When it comes to new tool, you have to keep on upgrading. You can't stick to what you already know. At least make a schedule that 15 minutes every day you will learn something new. Maybe a new command, a new method, a new tool, watch some new YouTube video related to what is happening in QA industry. But don't stick to the skill set what you have. Every day learn something new. Instead of scrolling through Instagram reel, YouTube shorts, at least watch 10-15 minutes of any technical topic related to what you are doing. Brown Tech, is there any recession now for QA? How much the chances companies are going to hire QA manual automation testing? See, I discussed about the recession. It's not in our hand. I have seen the trend. It happens every year. Plus, few companies already started. When it comes to the hiring part, you should have both. It should not be or manual or automation. It should be manual plus automation. So replace this or with and start. Mohit Ruchlani, good to see another Sindhi people in the community. Hello, Mohit. Hello, sir. I have learned more tools from your tutorials. Still learning. I want to move my wife into testing domain, and she completed course from Udemy. Are there openings in the market? See, openings, yes, but only October, November, December. You will see less openings, but skill set will never go waste. So even you are in the testing domain, so you can help her to learn whatever the new skill set is needed. But market will be back soon with huge openings. So there was a golden moment. You must have seen the COVID time. Everybody was getting 200% hike, 300% hike, two, three offers. Every person had. So that time has gone. Now we are back to the old times. Market is a little saturated for few months, but will resume soon. Utkarsh says advantage of using Docker with Selenium. Any reference for practice? So Utkarsh, I have 4 to 5 videos on Docker with Selenium. Okay, we are using Selenium Grid. We are running test on the Docker containers. Now, when it comes to advantages, there are many advantages. See, in automation, one part is your development of the script. Second is the execution. So in the execution, now again, you need either on-premise systems, right? You need at least one system where you can run. So instead of dedicating the complete system just for browser execution, you can use Docker, where you will just create a small container which will run your test, and you can destroy that container whenever it's not needed. Since Selenium 4, we have dynamic grid concept also. So based on your demand, it will create runtime containers and it will close. So containers will use your system in a more efficient way. But if you don't want to use Docker, let's say you have browser stack, Lambda test, sauceless subscriptions, you can run your test on these platforms as well. So main thing, you should need at least one platform where you will be running your test. Power of youth, can you please tell me Selenium is having more job openings than WebDriver? Yes. See, WebDriver IO is JavaScript based, right? So obviously Selenium with Java have more openings. But yes, many companies, they are looking WebDriver IO with JavaScript, WebDriver IO with TypeScript. So if it is for the job change, go with Selenium with Java. But if your company is already started and you have to work, then you don't have choice. Pushkar, have what are the fruitful groups for Q automation engineer? Would you please mention the best one? Pushkar, I'm coming with a video on this, so please wait for a few days. I will be making a dedicated video on this. Meru says, hi Mukesh, what is the right time to switch? There's no right time. If you think you're underpaid, if you think you are not satisfied with your work, if you think you are not able to maintain your work-life balances, you're not able to handle politics, it's an individual call. There's no right time to switch. Many people, they don't switch at all. They even, I was in SAP for 8 years, right? So from 2014 to 2022. So it's an individual choice. Right time, it's total individual. Please do series on performance testing, JMeter, Locust, and Load Runner. JMeter, I started, Amber. I made around 6 videos. Then I started another series. I have to resume this series. Locust, I have not planned, but there's a dedicated channel on Locust. You can go through that Locust playlist. And Naveen Automation Labs have started another series on K6, where he is talking about performance testing using K6 and another tool by Grafana. Very interesting. I saw his 2 videos, very promising. So check out his channel also for the K6. JMeter, I will resume soon. Thanks for the generous reply. Thank you so much, Vijay. Monica says, hi Mukesh, my complete 7 year experience is in manual testing, which is good. API automation, API testing or automation. See, Monica, your question, you have to be framed little bit. Say if you are into manual testing, so APIs you can start manually or through automation. First, you have to understand manually how it works, then you can automate. So again, it should not be or, it should be and. Since you have 7 experience, now the expectation will be little high from your side because you have been into the market from long time. So you have to learn both, but do it one by one. Anup says two questions. What is RTP Delhi? Which skills are demanding for freelancing and testing domain? RTP Delhi is our actually meetup, QA meetup, rave test party by me, Sanjay, and Naveen Automation Labs. We all are traveling across India. So we covered two cities so far, Bangalore, Pune. Now we're coming to Delhi. It's happening on 5th of November. So if you are in that area or if you are okay to travel, please join us 5th November. I have given the link already. I will give you the link once again. Please register and share with your friends, those who are interested. Now, which skills are demanding for freelancing and testing domain? See, again, when it comes to freelancing, you have to be very careful, okay? Whether it's allowed, if you are doing apart from a job, at least inform to your one of the team member, check with your HR policy, and then you can go ahead. When it comes to the skill part, again, there's so many skill set. You pick any skill and you can do the freelancing part. And when you talk about testing, there are few openings. They are hiring for manual testing also. So 2 hours, 4 hours depends how much time you can spend. You can start with manual also, but if you have the skill set, Selenium with Java, Selenium with Python, Selenium with C Sharp, you will get this freelancing work easily. So there's so many web scraping projects also you will find over the internet. Okay, $50, $100 for a small work. So if you have experience of this kind of work, you'll get this task easily. Okay, so I have two questions. Tarun is asking, should I stay with Selenium or learn Playwright in Cypress? Same question by Deepak as well. Along with Selenium, which automation tool you will prefer, either Cypress, Playwright, or Tosca? Okay, so as I told, one skill, anyways, you know Selenium with Java. Now, when it comes to which tool, Cypress, Playwright, hardly they will take only 1 month, 1 month, or 2 months. So once you understand one JavaScript automation tool, like Cypress supports only JavaScript, Playwright support Java, C Sharp, Python, JavaScript as well. So Playwright supported by Microsoft, it has more extended visibility. Even their recorder, if you see, it's amazing. The debugging part, Trace Viewer. Cypress is also good, but Cypress only supports JavaScript. It has some limitations as well, right? But Cypress coming with a lot of new features soon. So when you say comparison, they have their own advantages, disadvantages. So start with Playwright, then move to Cypress. But if you ask me, the level of flexibility that we have, it is more in Playwright as compared to Cypress. Okay, so please start with uh, Playwright first, then go with Cypress. Anyways, you will be working at least one of the two, right? Playwright works mostly on await and async. That is another way to handle promises. Cypress handles the promises internally. Okay, so you don't have to use async await in Cypress, but once you have that flexibility in Playwright or in WebDriver IO, you can customize, you can add more flavor to it. Okay, you can tweak the conditions. That part is very limited in Cypress. I hope I'm able to answer your query. Amber says, hi, I have to learn Python for Locust, JavaScript for Playwright due to project requirement. What is the effective way? Any suggestion? See, when it comes to learning for the project wise, start with at least for the basic test that you have to automate. Okay. Then slowly you can start doing the mastery. If you take 1 month for the Locust with Python, if you take 1 month for the Playwright with JavaScript, then you will be starting from the third month. So I will say at least get the basics in within a week. Start automating some basic test from Locust and then Playwright. And on the job, on the fly, when you keep automating multiple tests, you will be implementing that topics. So learn them parallelly. Okay, because if we say Python, if you want to just know the basics, 15 to 20 hours, but if you want to do mastery, there's no limit. Same goes with JavaScript. You can cover the basics in 10, 15 hours, but if you want to do mastery, it will take years. Get the basics, start working on your project. Parallelly, the moment you have new requirement, new features you want to test, you don't know how to do it, learn in JavaScript, then implement and play it. Same goes with Locust with Python. Very less resources are available for locust, if I'm not wrong. You might struggle a little bit for locust because of the lack of resources, but check it once from your side. Uh, Debashi says for 6 plus experience, what are the minimum skill set is required to switch to company as a senior test engineer? Okay, so minimum Selenium, which any other programming. Let's take Java. Okay, this is just one part, but along with that, you have to cover TestNG, Maven, Git, GitHub, Selenium, Git with Docker. So this complete stack you need to cover, which we cover for a web automation. Okay, don't Selenium will take hardly 10-15 hours, but if you cover the complete stack, it's 60 hours. TestNG, Maven, Git, GitHub, Jenkins, at least one of the CI tool. Not only Jenkins, we have Circle CI and another CI tools as well. Pick one CI server. Once you cover this part, then here also we have to build a framework. Okay, just don't do driver.find element dot click dot send keys. No, at least build a framework. Once you're done with that, go with the API testing. So Postman, rest assured you have to cover it. These are the minimum. And infrastructure also you have to learn. So when you say you will be executing, so learn understand what is Docker. Okay, try to run your test on the Docker containers. Then the second step will be running on the cloud, which is BrowserStack, Lambda test, OSLab, or other platforms. Then you can also explore how you can reserve your own systems on AWS EC2 instance, build a complete pipeline on the cloud itself. Your code is on GitHub. Book two more system, one for the Jenkins master, one for the Jenkins rev. So everything is on the cloud because this is how we will be working, right? Once you cover web, go with the API minimum. After that, uh, we have APM for mobile, but I would recommend once you cover Selenium part, at least learn Cucumber. That is now kind of basics or kind of default they're asking. At least one BDD framework you need to add in your skill set, either JBehave or Cucumber. I would recommend Cucumber because that is widely used. And again, there's no minimum skill set. You keep on adding new skills. Okay, so 6 plus you can at least add this. Rest is when you see the job description, if something is missing, learn and start applying. Ratna Kumar Kotla says, Hi Mukesh, I'm having 10 years experience in which 5 into automation. What kind of questions or expectation from the interview? See, Ratna, first of all, I would like to ask, have you attended any interviews in the past? Because see, when you have 10 plus, you will be playing a test lead, test architect role, right? So you have to understand each and everything from the scratch till the end. You should understand how to build your own platform, complete test platform. You should be smart enough to handle your own framework. You should be smart enough to handle the existing framework. You should be able to handle the team. So they will be asking questions related to each and everything from manual plus automation from the scratch till the advanced part. So mostly these questions changes based on the job description. Okay, so always check the JD before applying. See if something they have mentioned and you're not even aware of it, learn and start applying. But if you have into if you are into automation for last 5 years, you must be aware of all these concepts, so will not be a big issue for you. Okay, so the questions will be related to agile, also your current project, your current process. They will be asking everything. Okay, many companies they start deploying for QA manager as well after 10 plus, right? So be ready for manager questions as well. Okay, Shiva also says every time. And Ratna, you are, I guess, in my current batch. So we will have one-to-one discussion as well. So if you are free sometime, so let's connect separately for this so that we can have a detailed discussion. Shiva says, I always get dev port does not exist when I run the test. It's happening because of the Chrome driver version compatibility. Okay. Every time I will get the latest Chrome driver to make the test pass. See, Shiva, Whenever there's a new release happening on the Chrome side, if I'm not wrong, it's quarterly. I just need to see whether it's a monthly or quarterly. There's a new update, there's a new driver. So if you want to avoid this, use WebDriver Manager that picks latest compatible driver and use it. This happens mostly when you use uh, the manually you download the drivers and then set the path, then you will keep struggling with this. I'm having Selenium Java skill set. That's good, Ratna, but that is less as per your experience. When you're planning to start weekdays online course for Selenium automation, Yogesh, weekend I already started 24th of September. That is running 6 classes done. Weekdays I will start after Diwali. So after Diwali we have RTP meetup. So after that I will start a weekday batch. So probably more 20 days. Still that is not finalized. I will announce on my YouTube channel. But just send an email also with your number. I will call you personally whenever I will start a new batch. Tarun says, thank you so much for the clarification. Most welcome, Tarun. Yes, I got you. Dev tool active port file does not. I told you, right? Plus, you're using the older version. So start using the latest version as well. Latest version is 4.5.0. Still, you're using very old version. You're missing a lot of features. Shiva has given €2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Shiva. Thank you so much. Suman Kalyan says, will you please explain about the CTC about paying in years? This will help a lot of people. See, Suman, this is very subjective many times. Depends on the college, the background, number of experience, location, right? Skill set. So this is very subjective, but still I will try to cover in one of the video that at least I will cover the range. Recently, one of my friend's brother, he got selected in Amazon as a fresher. He's getting 44 LPA per annum. Okay, so you can see there's no fixed range, but standard range I will cover in one of the video. Many companies they hire 20 plus, 30 plus, Amazon 44 plus for the fresher. So depends on the company too, depends on from which college they're hiring. But let's say I started my career from 1.48 per annum, then graduate went to 3 and then so on. So depends on many factor. But I got your point. Give me a couple of days, I will make a video on this. Shiva says, how do I always pass dynamic data in the web page form instead of hard-coded data? Two ways, Shiva. One is you use Faker library in Java. Okay, so there's a Faker library, very interesting, very easy library. Just add a dependency, create object of Faker class, Faker, fake equal to new Faker. You can generate fake numbers, fake username, password, first name, last name, street. The huge fake data available. So there's actually YAML file available. It takes the data from YAML and it will give you. Second way, you have at least one string and the second part you can get as a timestamp, or you can create a separate array, keep some data, and you can shuffle that data while picking the data from array. The multiple ways. The first one is the easiest way using Faker library. Uh, I will give you the link right now. You can visit after this live. Faker library in Java. Just a second. Well, please check out this link in the chat and let me know if you face an issue. Okay. Guys, I will take few more questions and then we can end this. Anup says, I want to join RTP, but I don't have off on Saturday. I have some targets. Can I get the recording of the RTP in case if I miss the party? Sure, Anup. See, we don't have any recording, but we are going to present some topics. If you want, we can record that presentation, whatever topics I will be covering, Sanjay will be covering, Naveen will be covering, that part we can cover. Maybe we can do the screen recording, but the actual feel you will get once you start attending, right? It's like complete aura altogether when you meet person uh, offline. You will have a lot of connections, you will meet a lot of new faces. Meet up on this conference all about the connections, it's not about the content. Will get the content from YouTube or blogs or courses, but it's all about the connection and that feeling when you meet person offline. But try if you are able to do that, but not, I will try to check if we can record that particular 30-minute session or 1 hour session that we will presenting. But if you're not able to join, please suggest your friends to join. Okay, any more question, guys? If no, then we can end this session. And again, we will connect next week. And I have consolidated few questions and I will make videos on this separately. Both is important, Suman. I made a video on this, rest assured versus postman. A 5 minutes discussion on this that will help you to understand postman or rest assured. There's a video right away. I will give you in the chat. Please go ahead and watch. Hardly 7 minutes video. You'll get everything in detail. When to use what. Okay. See, rest assured is one of the library, but you can use any Java library to automate your APIs. Rest assured is very popular because it's the way it has been designed. You can just start using the predefined classes, very light code in a BDD fashion. You can start writing and you can automate your APIs. It support XML, JSON both. But even if you don't want to use rest assured, you can use Apache HTTP client. You can start automating your APIs. Sachin Srivastava says Postman versus Karate for automation. Think Postman only supports APIs, right? Karate is a complete framework altogether which supports, if I'm not wrong, mobile plus web API. I'm not sure about the desktop, just check it. So Postman is having a specific usage. Karate is a complete framework altogether. You can connect with Peter and you can check the detailed series on Naveen Automation Labs for this karate. He has made many videos in the karate as well. I'm coming up with the karate soon, but not at least this year, probably next year. Okay. So once again, thank you so much for joining, especially thanks to Shiva for your contribution. If you guys have any other questions, please note it down or let me know in the comment section. I will pick these questions and we'll discuss in the next Q&A session. Till then, thank you so much. It's Thursday, but still happy weekend in advance. And I will see you in the RTP Delhi 3.0. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.